Hello, my name is Joseph Jacobs, and I have a speech or presentation I want to share with you today. STAAR tests are a terrible way to judge a child's intellect. Imagine yourself a high school student who's worked hard all year to maintain the best grade that can possibly be, whether that be a C, B, or an A. Now imagine you step into a classroom at the end of the school year. You hand your phone in, you hear that announcement over the bell. As a Texas high school student, you're told to sit in a class for hours among end to take a test that determines whether or not you move on to the next grade. After all your hard work throughout the year, you take a test that determines whether you move on. It determines a piece of your future. I've come here to talk about why the STAAR test is a terrible thing and a terrible environment students are put under year after year. Students work hard to maintain grades, and they're put in an environment that breeds anxiety and pressure. 35% of 3rd through 5th graders did not pass their STAAR test in 2024. Every year, students go round and around working to get their highest grade. Personally, from my experiences, I struggle with ADD, and it's hard to keep my attention on one thing for a long time. So when I'm put in a class and you expect me to have to sit there for hours among end, told to be quiet and sit still and just take a test, it's hard. It is. And I'm not saying that, we have to be more disciplined, and it's not an excuse not to pass our STAAR test, but I do think that there's better ways. For example, I propose that we are given exams throughout the year that test us on our previous subjects, because honestly, the STAAR test is mostly just memory based. But if we're given tests about the units we've learned before and we're given multiple of them, this lowers the stress levels and anxiety levels of students and gives them more time to be able to make up the grades if they do fail. For my sources that I've used today, I used fortworthreport.org, and that's where I learned about the 3rd through 5th graders who failed. I went to texasschools.gov to learn more about high school students and the STAAR test, and then I used Reddit to hear some personal stories and just to compare them to mine. Thank you for listening to my presentation this evening. Have a blessed and amazing night, and remember that God loves you.